So some of you guys may have noticed I haven't posted too much. Other than today, I am what they would say under the weather. Much just saying it's raining and storming. I am dealing with a few abdomen problems. I've been studying on this thing and all that. At a moment, I thought I was pretty healthy, right? Just being honest, I do a few miles every day. I'm not saying I eat right all the time. That I really don't. But I felt like I was in great health. But this comes to a great point. Since this is June, they say this is the mental health awareness for men. I deal with PTSD every day, all the time. In my family, my kiddos, they have to deal with me, and I've learned over time that there are moments when I can be a little hard to deal with, right? And this is no, hey, woe is me. This is not a woe is me. This is a wake-up call for anybody out there dealing with mental issues, right? First, you got to accept that you have a problem, okay? And there are times, and I had this conversation while I was on the interview with Shad Harris on the Never Give Up podcast, and I was talking about how, not dealing with your mental issues and problems, you can become the problem very easily, right? Especially you deal with PTSD. There are moments where things trigger me that would never really trigger a normal person, and I accept that over the years. It took time. Now, being honest with you guys, I hear the kids out here playing and all that, and it still makes me kind of paranoid when I hear noises. Does that make me a bad person? But sometimes I feel like everything can be a threat. But remember, this is still mental health awareness. And I'm just acknowledging you're not the only one. Now, I have to take my medication right now, right? You're an individual out here, and you have to take medications for different things like that. Don't feel bad. You're not the only one. All right, now, some may say, bro, you gotta suck it up. You gotta do better. You gotta face it, bro. You gotta man up. That may be true, but in parts it's not. There are moments where we manned up and, we suck it all in, and guess what? We exploded. And normally we explode on people that don't deserve it. Yeah. So, I would like to say, you're not the only one. Now, this may come to a shock to you, but it's a reason why I keep saying you're not the only one. Even with me being in pain right now, dealing with what I'm dealing with, I know it always gets better. Some days are longer, some days are harder. I don't judge anybody when you're going to seek help. Probably why you're watching this video. But at the same time, you're not the only one. Don't feel too bad. This is what strengths come from. This is what comes realization. Knowing that you got a problem. Let's take it to the desk. Now that we're at the desk, let's talk about this. I have battled with a lot of things, okay? And I understand and I get it that people that feel like they don't really battle with some of the stuff that individuals like myself deal with, you feel like we have a problem. We do got a problem. This is why we have to talk about it. This is why this is important. This is why I kept mentioning earlier, you're not the only one. Because there's somebody that's watching this dealing with individuals that don't get it, right? Why you gotta seek counseling? Why you gotta take the meds? Why don't you just suck it up? Because the moments when we suck things up, it's like you get a bottle and you just shake it and shake it and shake that Coke bottle up. Shaking and shaking and shaking. And before long, the moment you do let loose, you're blowing up on everybody. Like I mentioned earlier, I know that this is not the cool thing to do. But being cool ain't the best thing when it comes to protecting the people that you are around. And I'm telling you guys this from experience, from moments that I've had that led me to do some things that a normal person probably wouldn't do. But don't get out here feeling bad because you have to battle differently than others. I know this is all about mental health month and all that great jazz, but some of us deal with this every day. And it's nice to have the 1 month that men are being acknowledged about the things that we have to deal with. But let me tell you something. The battle don't stop at the end of the month. It continues to go forward. So for those that do not understand what men that deal with PTSD, deal with mental health, you don't get it, it ain't meant for you to get. But what you can do, study up on it, or move out the way and let people handle their traumas and problems the way they need to so you don't become a target. Because I'll tell you what, you never know what you'll do when you're in a moment, in a space, in a time where things are so confusing, your thoughts are running so fast. You will do some things that you never thought you would be able to do. I have been there. I have done it. I have so many brothers and sisters out here that deal with mental health issues that will not seek help, that will not tap in with anyone, and they look at it as, bro, you're just being weak. But moments down the line, they end up locked up or end up shot or dead in the ground because they did not take the opportunity to say, hey, man, I got a problem. Hey, man, I must not be the only one out here dealing with mental issues. It's not the best and fun topic to talk about, but it needs to be presented in different ways, of course. But it's inside. And I'm talking from within inside. I literally deal with this every single day. I've been through the alcoholism. I've been to the part where I'm seeking different drugs to continue to go forward, medicated or otherwise. I've done some amazing things out here, but that does not cover up the problems and issues that I have to deal with internally, mentally, physically right now. You're not the only one. So you somehow got this across your feed. Just know you're not the only one. You won't be the last one, and you wasn't the first one. Seek help. It's okay. There are programs out here. There are counselors out here. And no, everybody don't understand or understand what you're going through. But sometimes it's nice to have a helpful ear. You got to pick and choose. You got to pick and choose the right way. But when you do find someone that can help, it will behoove you to lock in with them before you locked up, before you come the next headline in a newspaper, before you own somebody's shirt, or you're leading somebody to be on somebody's shirt. Either way, don't let your pride see you on a dive. It's inside. Seek the help. It's not 1 month. It's a continuation. It's a roller coaster ride. Up and down, up and down, up and down. You got this. I've got this. Let them laugh. Let them talk. As long as you make it through the day, 1 day at a time. If you got to be like me, 1 hour at a time. It's too easy. You got this. And remember, you're not the only one.